Hello, beloved one. My name is Haumatseme. If you don't know who I am your freedom eliminator. I love talking about freedom because we owe it to ourselves to give ourselves that. This is why we are here. This is why we are walking this earth. If you still find yourself constricted, not being able to breathe, I want you to really sit with that and ask yourself, why am I denying myself something that is my divine right? Why? This is why today I'm talking about the baggage. I was like, okay, what can I talk about? So many things were coming through, and I was like, okay, and I had the baggage. And the question is, are you really ready to let go what is not yours? Because when you came here, you're excited and you chose your family, your caretakers, because you knew you'll go through it and you remember. But as you get here, you realize that things are not as easy as they seem. And at times when you think from your head, things seem so easy, or you think you are doing what you are supposed to be doing. Did you hear what I said? Supposed to be doing. According to who? According to what? These are the things that we have to look at, beloved. We have to look at these things. I'm being here, yet I feel constricted. I cannot sleep. What is happening? What is happening? What is forcing you to be there? Is it something that you really want, or somehow a part of you is still trying to prove something to your parents? A part of you is still trying to live according to the beliefs that you were told. Probably you are afraid of going to hell if you make decisions that are rightfully for you. Hello, my beloved sister. The heavy baggage that we carry, it didn't start with us. It didn't start with us. For the past days, I've been going through my own inner turmoil. It has been heavy, but beautiful heavy, because I've been through some heavier things. It has been beautiful heavy. It was good to observe, but most of all, my body was just telling me a lot of things. Even when I want to train from there, my head would ache. When I want to do a video from there, I'll have an extreme headache. So I decided to just chill back and listen. And I've been observing things that were happening on the physical and beyond the physical. And last night I slept, but I woke up because I communicated to someone, but she didn't respond. So she got back to me at 1 o'clock. I'm like, why the hell are you up at this time? Why are you not sleeping? She's like, oh, I'm just waking up. And the conversation led to something that was deep. And the question that I was asking was, why are you doing that? You know, and we have this excuse that I'm doing this for my child or for my children. And I know, because I have been that. You know, I've been there, I have been that, I have done that. So meantime, I know the fear of not knowing where you're gonna start. And most of the time, because we have seen our parents going through it, sacrificing their happiness, sacrificing their lives, and at the same time putting all the anger in our mouth, feeding us that toxicity. Where are you taking it to? How can you really say, I love my child, yet you cannot show your child what love is? How can you? And then you are surprised, because I see it happening a lot when our parents grow up and now that children are in the same situation. It's like they feel that pain to say, I want my child to get out of it. And at times they wish they can just do it for them because they were not able to do it. And these are the things that the reason why most of the times we don't live our dreams, we don't really live our lives. But as we grow older, we want to push that into our children, because when our children were there waiting for us to really teach them how worthy they are, teach them how they have to be treated by a man. As a man, if you're a man and you're listening, as a man, how you treat your partner is how you show your child that she deserves to be treated, your girl child. And as a woman, This is why I believe, really, if the change has to happen, it has to start with us women. Because we hold into a lot of anger. We stay in situations so long, for a very long time, and we feed our children a lot of anger. We project all this into our children, and we whisper into the ears of our boy children, don't be like your father. Don't be like your father. And this is someone who has the DNA of the man you are telling him not to be. This is someone who is seeing what is happening, and they get confused. If you think this man is not really being who he's supposed to be, why are you still here? They get confused, they get caught up, that they want to protect mommy, and at the same time they want to embody that masculine, that assertiveness that they are as men. So we really strip them, that we strip our boy children who they really are, their masculinity, because we want to turn them into something else. Yet it's all up to us to really stand up and say, hey, I'm willing to work on this. As much as I want to say, when something is happening, when you are mistreated, at times it feels like this man is doing something to you, but this man has learned only what he has learned, and you have learned only what you have learned. You come with all the toxicity together, and you bring it all together, and it gets messed up with all the cords tying up, and you never know which one belongs to who. And we keep on projecting, blaming, guilt tripping the other. The baggage that you were born into. And the energy that is coming through in this time is, are you ready to let go because it's not yours? Are you really ready to make decisions that are for your highest good and those that you claim you love? Because it starts with you making a decision to say, I am willing to work on myself so that I can let go of that which does not serve me, and help everyone who came before you and those who you have given birth to, your children and your grandchildren, because we are when we feed them that toxicity, we are transferring that which we have learned. This is why we get confused, like, okay, fine, what do I do? This is the only way that I've learned how to survive. This is the toxicity that I'm used to. This is the love that I've learned. How can I live otherwise if I live this? This is why when somebody comes and talks to you, somebody that has something that you are not used to, you are not attracted to them. There is nothing in you that gets excited, because you are used to toxicity. You are used to the fights. You are used to emotional available parents, and now you want those men who won't be available, because that's the only way you know how to survive. You know how to bring that anger because that's what you were taught. How to be silent, but yet deep down there is a lot that you want to say. There is a lot you just want to, you get what I'm saying? I know how that feels like, because I am that child. Even sadness, it's something that we also inherit. As I said, one morning, I woke up and my inner child told me to ask me, do you know why I'm sad? And she brought the name of my elder brother who passed on 5 years before I was born. And I marinated in that sadness, in the womb of the sadness that my mother carried when this little boy passed on, that she never worked on. And it's not her fault because she didn't know how. So I carried all of it. And imagine if a boy child passed on, because a boy child, there is something about a boy child, especially back then. It was even, it was something huge. Now, if you lose a boy child and you give birth to a girl, it's like you have regressed, especially that child is not this. I marinated in that sadness. And I'm carrying it with me. I was carrying it with me. Some of it is some of the things that I'm still releasing. When I say I was going through my inner turmoil, like I said, I posted in my page previously that I'm feeling deep gratitude that has a beautiful lace of love. But there is deep sadness that is there because we have taken a lot. And some of it is not ours. But at times you have to raise your hand and say, I am willing to release this. I am willing to let go. And what are you doing? What are you doing, beloved? Where do you find yourself? Do you find yourself in a corner even though you are not able to sleep, but still shameful? Because you're wondering, what would people think? Or a part of you is still trying to prove to your religious systems, those indoctrination of what a good woman is or what a good man is. You have to stay in there in your frustration and frustrate each other and take the life out of each other and use your children's life force to feel okay. And you call that love. And turn our children into something that they did not come here to be. That ownership. And we don't want to allow them to be who they're here to be. We don't want to guide them into the freedom that we so desire so much. We are hungry for it. Are you willing to let go? Yes, my dear. It is not ours. But we have to be willing to say, I am releasing it. So that you can deal with your own stuff. Because there are some things that you brought here that are personally yours. But now imagine if you are still held back by this baggage that you're carrying that is not yours. I still have to prove to my mom that I'm this woman. I know when I had 2 children and things were not okay, but a part of me was like, are you still going to fail? Because there were so many ways that I was not fitting in. My mom always complained about my just beingness, complained about the way I dress up. So I was like, I'm gonna fail again and have children and not be married. And that also crippled me because my inner soul was telling me that that's not the way to go. How? That's not for you. Even when I was pregnant with my second child and my partner was like, maybe we should get married. It was not exciting. It was not exciting. But at the same time, as much as it was not exciting, I did not have the guts to say, I'm going to leave. This is why I ended up with a second child. Some of the things, some of the patterns, I saw them even after we had the first child. But because that was what I was used to, that turmoil, that conflict, that rage that was in me, and it was a place where I could really express that and hold someone responsible for it. I am being like this because someone is treating me like that. Is it really true? Is it really true? Or you are choosing to experience powerlessness? Why is that happening? What is it that you are here to really let go of? What is it that you have learned? What you've seen? What kind of love do you experience? This is what I came here to ask you. Because the baggage that you are carrying is not yours. It did not start with you. But the question is, are you willing to let go of it? Are you willing to let go of still trying to prove that you are worthy? Of still trying to fit into a real woman or a real man? Because at times that toxic masculinity that men are thinking it's masculinity is the toxicity one. You might have seen your father doing it, your grandfather doing it, everyone in the society doing it, and you think it's the only way because you feel, it comes from that, again, that unworthiness where you are trying to cover up for the masculinity. You're not taught properly what a masculine man is. You're not taught that you are worthy just in your beingness. So you try to cover up by that toxicity, by that arrogance, by those patterns, whatever that you are doing, showing your children that they are nothing and they deserve to stay in situations that are like the situation that you are treating your partner as. Because if you treat your child's mother, whatever, child's mother. Yeah, if you treat your child's mother like that, that's how you are treating your child. That's how they have to be treated. And at times when we stay longer as well, we're just teaching our children that, yeah, it's okay. Just keep being there. It's how you show your strength. This is why at times things like that, when you speak, oh, this woman really went through a lot. I remember I was told things like that when I wanted to leave at some point. And someone told me, if you know this woman, the husband slept with the sister and they're still together. That's the strength of still staying in a marriage and keeping it together, to show that you're a real woman. You can really fight through it. At what cost? At what cost? That's what I want to ask you. At what cost? That's what I'm leaving you with. Thank you, my beloved, beautiful sister, for being with me. I appreciate your presence. Much love. And thank you, everyone who is watching this. Bye-bye.